Howdy folks, and welcome to Idea Apparatus. Today's games are Tic Tac Toe variants. As you can tell by the thumbnail, this first one has a lunar theme. Now this gets a little complicated to explain, but I will do my damn best. Of course, this is a two-player game, so both players gets 12 moon cards. This could be determined either by rolling 12 d8s, or taking a pack of Uno cards or poker cards and pulling the first 12 cards from the deck for each player. On top of these 12 cards, each player also gets a sun. These will all be explained very shortly. Now, you can kind of see my notes here, but I agonized over this for a long time, and I still have not decided what things should exactly be. That's why I invite you guys to play. Of course, it's a tic-tac-toe game. You're going to want to match up pieces across the board. So let's say we have a 1, a waning crescent, and somehow we manage to get 3 across the top. Now that counts as a match. That is 3 points, 1 for each part. Of course, being only part of a moon means that you need a pair to go with it. Pairing parts that match, i.e. this waning gibbous is missing its left half, the waxing crescent is missing its left half, those two go together. Pairing those two together, or any other matching pairs, grants 2 points for creating a full moon. However, let's say the other player takes that first. Green here played the last card for this space. That means they get the points for creating a full moon. Only 2 cards can be played in each square. Why do we have the sun? Well, that would be because if you play the 2 sides to create a full moon, you can negate that by playing a sun. Playing the sun like this destroys any points that would be made from this. However, the sun can also be played on its own. This grants a single point. Of course, this doesn't exactly make sense given how the real world works, but for gameplay purposes, this is what's happening. Because if a full moon can be played over this, what's the point of having the sun here? And I think having the sun in this game is a fun addition. Now, this is a more complicated way to play, but I hope it's still fun. The next version has nothing to do with the lunar cycles at all, and it's Pokémon. Each person will randomly generate 15 starter Pokémon. For each duplicate you get, you can either leave them be, or you can evolve them. Let's say I got 2 Bulbasaurs. We can put them together and get an Ivysaur. And of course, having 3, you get the final evolution, Venusaur. Now, why the types are important is because if you play a water type here, then a grass type can be played to beat that. However, this can only happen once on each tile. And why the evolutions matter is because if you have, let's say we have this Turtwig here. A water type does not beat a grass type, but this fire type would beat out the Turtwig. But let's say we have a water type. Water types are of course weak to grass types, but if we evolve our Gekwa into whatever its final evolution eventually gets revealed to be, then it can beat out the tiny little turtle. Bam, he's gone. Now, that allows for a lot of different ways to go about all of this, but the goal in the end is the same. You either get 3 of the same type in a line, say 3 waters, or you get 1 of each type in the line. the evolution stage does not matter for that, though it could be an extra difficult way to go about it. Please, have fun trying these out, and put some variations of your own on these if you feel like it. Of course, I want you to let me know how this all went, and if you found anything that might have worked better. I hope these games are adequate. Enjoy playing!